In last class, students, we studied what is common among all acids and base and how they behave with water. Today we are studying about diluting acids. A dilute acid is obtained by mixing concentrated acid with water, and the process of mixing concentrated acid with water is highly exothermic. A large amount of heat is produced in this process. So, when a concentrated acid and water are mixed together, large amount of heat will produce. That is why the better way to dilute an acid is to add acid into water drop by drop by continuously stirring it. We should never add water to a concentrated acid because at that point of time you can see this picture is denoting what can happen. When we add water to acid, a large amount of heat produced that can cause the acid to splash, and it will be harmful for the person standing there and can cause severe burn. Now adding one more thing, in case of acid burn, what should we do? If somebody has burned his or her hand with an acid, at that time we should wash the hand immediately with plenty of water, and we should apply a paste of sodium hydrogen carbonate on it. So students, we have studied how to dilute an acid and why should we not consider that why should we not use water in acid. Now let's discuss few in-text questions. The first one is, why do HCl HNO3 show acidic character in aqueous solution while solution of compounds like alcohol and glucose do not show acidic character? So students, this is because acidic character of any compound is due to release of H positive ion, and your HCl and HNO3, they release H positive ion in aqueous medium, it means with water. But alcohol and glucose do not release any H positive ion, they just get mixed with the water. Second, why does an aqueous solution of acid conduct electricity? Now, an acid dissociates into aqueous solution and produce H positive ion, and we know that which later form the hydronium ion, and along with that the corresponding negative ion. These free ions carry the electric charge from one place to other, hence conduct electricity. Now the third one, why does HCl gas not change the color of dry litmus paper? As we know that anything shows its acidic behavior in presence of H positive ion, and this H positive ion releases in aqueous medium only. So overall, when your HCl gas is dry and your litmus paper is also dry, at that point of time there will be no release of H positive ion, and hence no color will be changed. Now, while diluting an acid, why it is recommended that acid should be added to water, not water to acid? So we have discussed this point in detail, but still, students, dilution of concentrated acid is highly exothermic reaction, and a lot of heat is generated in this process. So we must be careful. The acid must always be added slowly to water with constant stirring. Water is added to concentrated acid. If it happens, then the heat generated may cause the mixture to splash out and cause burns. The glass container may also break due to excessive heating. The excessive heat will be formed just because of this diluting process. Now the fifth one, how is concentration of hydronium ion affected when solution of an acid is diluted? So an acid dissociates into hydronium ion and anions when dissolved into water. When a solution is diluted, the volume of solution increases, but the number of ions remains same. So the concentration of hydronium ion per unit volume will decrease, and this is for strong acids. Now the last one, how is concentration of hydroxide ion affected when excess base is dissolved in a solution of sodium hydroxide? Now sodium hydroxide is a strong base. When excess base is dissolved in solution of the sodium hydroxide, obviously the concentration of hydroxide ion per unit volume will increase due to dissociation of NaOH as well as the other base in the aqueous solution. So students, today we have studied about how the process of acid dilution and various questions related to the previous topic we have recently studied. So keep learning. In case of any doubt, you all are welcome to ask. That's it.